Hello friends, and welcome back to part 8, our final edition of the Ultimate Buyer's Guide to Real Estate. This has undoubtedly been a lot of information, so go ahead and take a breather. We're almost there. Picking up from where we left off, after the home inspection is over, there are only a few final items that need to be addressed to get you to closing day. Once we have the fully signed binding contract, the mortgage company starts their process of underwriting the loan. The title company initiates preparation of the necessary paperwork involving local municipalities to facilitate a smooth closing. You will be in close communication with the mortgage company to assist them if there are any miscellaneous documents that they need from you in order to effectively and efficiently complete the loan process. The mortgage company also has the home appraised. This is another great protection for you. Essentially, they send an appraiser to the home who will give a neutral, third-party, objective opinion on the value of the home. If the appraiser does not think that the home is worth what we have offered, we will need to renegotiate the purchase price of the home. There are 4 possible outcomes for a low appraisal. Number 1, the seller agrees to take less money for their home. Hint, they do not like this. Number 2, the buyer and seller agree to split the difference in value, and that's the most common outcome. Number 3, the buyer agrees to make up the difference in cash. Not great, but it does happen. Number 4 is that the buyer simply decides to walk away from the deal. Ultimately, the decision is yours. The seller cannot force you to pay the difference in cash unless we have strategically included an appraisal gap guarantee. We will negotiate with the seller to determine the most fair outcome that is agreeable to both parties. If an agreement is not reached, the deal stops and the contract is dissolved. You get your escrow deposit back, and everyone goes their separate ways. Now, I didn't mention what happens when the appraisal is high or comes in at value, because then the deal moves right along, straight into closing day. A few days or even hours before closing, we will head to the house together to perform a final walkthrough. We want to make sure that nothing happened to the house since the last time that we saw it. Holes in the drywall from moving out, a tree falling in the backyard, or maybe the hot water heater busted. Whatever the case, before you sign those papers, we want to make sure it's what you expected. We will go to the predetermined location, which is generally the closing attorney's office. As the buyer, you typically have the right to select the time and location of closing. At times, concessions must be made in order to accommodate schedules. Before closing, the attorney is going to email something called an ALTA statement. This will outline every single penny in the transaction that is transferring hands between all parties, and you will know exactly how much you need to have your certified check made out for and to whom. At closing, you will be the busy party, signing a majority of the documents. The bulk of what you sign is called the mortgage package, which outlines all the terms of the loan you are obtaining. You will have a chance to review all of those documents before you ever get to closing day, so you'll have plenty of time to digest and understand them ahead of time. The closing attorney will gather all of the fully signed documents, the mortgage company will wire the funds, the seller will be paid, and the deed will be transferred just like that. This whole process can take anywhere from 20 minutes up to an hour, depending on if there are any small discrepancies that need to be accounted for at the closing table. And there you have it. I do want to thank you all so much for watching this series. If you found the information in this guide useful, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you never miss an upload. To sweeten the pot on that subscription, a seller's guide to real estate is certainly in the works, so keep your eyes peeled. This has been the Ultimate Buyer's Guide to Real Estate from Deep Roots Property Source at Keller Williams Realty River Cities. My friends, thanks for watching.